I arrived early, because I was taught that arriving early was a form of respect. The restaurant was expensive in a way that tried not to look like it was trying. White walls, soft light, the quiet confidence of people who never checked prices. I wore my only suit. It still smelled faintly of soap. My hands, wide, scarred, permanently marked by years of work, rested on my knees while I waited. When my grandson arrived, he hugged me too tightly, as if bracing himself. He had done well for himself. Better than anyone expected. Better than I ever did. Then came his boss. He shook my hand firmly and smiled at me in English. "So good to finally meet you, sir. Your grandson speaks very highly of you." The French came a second later, tossed casually into the air like a private joke. Just an old janitor. No education. No class. Pathetic. I did not look up. People assume janitors don't speak languages. Or that if we do, they are small ones. Functional ones. Languages meant for instructions, not insult. I learned French in a different life. In uniform. In rooms where silence mattered more than rank. I smiled politely and asked for water. The boss continued in English, telling a story about expansion, about growth, about how lucky young men were to have opportunities now. Then, softly, warmly, in French again, "At least he won't understand this part." He laughed under his breath. The table laughed with him. Not loudly. Just enough. I noticed how my grandson's shoulders tightened. He didn't understand the words, but he understood tone. Children always do. The food arrived. Plates like paintings. Small, deliberate portions. I ate slowly, because there is dignity in not rushing what you cannot afford often. Halfway through the main course, the boss leaned back, swirling his wine. In French, conversational, almost fond, "Your grandson works hard. Knows his place. That's important for people like him. Backgrounds like his. Loyal. Replaceable, of course. But useful." That word landed harder than the rest. Useful. Not promising. Not valued. Useful. Something in my chest shifted, not anger. Something colder. Something older. I remembered empty office floors at midnight. I remembered men who spoke freely because they thought no one important was listening. I remembered how power almost always revealed itself when people believed they were alone. I said nothing. Silence, when chosen, is not surrender. It is preparation. 10 minutes later, the atmosphere changed. Chairs scraped back. Voices straightened. The kind of interruption you feel before you see it. A woman approached the table. Gray hair pulled back neatly. No jewelry except a watch that did not shine. She did not ask if she could join us. "Apologies," she said calmly. "I was told you were here." The boss stood so fast his chair nearly fell. "Madam, I didn't realize," she raised a hand. He stopped. Her eyes went to me. "Bonsoir," she said. In French. Perfectly pronounced. "It's good to see you again." Again. My grandson looked between us, confused. I nodded. "Bonsoir." The woman sat. The boss remained standing until she gestured for him to sit down. "I was just reviewing personnel matters," she continued, as if discussing weather. "Particularly mentorship structures. We've noticed some patterns." The boss's smile had thinned into something brittle. She turned to my grandson. "You're doing excellent work," she said in English. "Your evaluations speak for themselves. There will be changes. Support systems. Oversight." She did not look at the boss when she said oversight. She didn't have to. Then, to me, quietly, in French, "Thank you for letting me know." I had not raised my voice. I had not corrected anyone. I had made one phone call earlier that day and said very little. Authority does not announce itself with volume. It announces itself with access. Dinner ended shortly after. Outside, the night air was cool. My grandson walked beside me, silent for a block. "Did I do something wrong?" he finally asked. "No," I said. "You did everything right." He hesitated. My boss seemed different. I considered telling him everything. Translating every word. Handing him the sharp edges of truth. I didn't. Protection isn't always disclosure. Sometimes it's removing the danger quietly and letting the young keep their footing. We stopped at the corner. He hugged me again, this time looser. "Thank you for coming," he said. I watched him walk away, tall, capable, unaware of how close contempt had come to shaping his future. The restaurant lights dimmed behind us. Somewhere inside, a man was learning that what he said in confidence had weight. I went home, folded my suit carefully, and placed it back in the closet. Tomorrow, I would clean another building. And the world would move, just slightly, in a better direction.